Hi folks, it's Danny at Bradley James Classics, and today's car is a trade-in, and this one is a Volvo XC60 from the year 2010. Now, we do get modern cars traded in on a fairly regular basis, and to be fair, most of them do end up being disposed through the trade, but there are a handful of cars, especially popular cars like this, that we will fully inspect in our own workshop, make sure they're up to scratch, and then we will sell ourselves. Now, these are really popular cars for good reason, because it gives you all the practicalities of the big safe Volvo, but in an SUV format. Now, it's an all-wheel drive, so it's an electronic four-wheel drive system. Now, the car's had a recent MOT as I'm making this video, and for the MOT, I'm not sure if there was advisories or failures, but it did have a new set of front discs and pads. They're brand new in the front, and it's had a set of brand new tyres on the rear, both sides. So you're not going to need front brakes or rear tyres for a while. We've had the opportunity of looking around the car, and it did come to us in a rather clean condition. And bearing in mind these are family cars, this one is very straight. It's in good condition from the back, so I'm going to start from the back. The tailgate is in good order, the rear bumper's good, and usually this is an area that you'd get scuffs. Not so on this one. This rear panel, I'm going to, I'm tiniest of marks here, tiniest of mark there, quite small, but bearing in mind this has covered 120,000 miles, so please expect some minor defects in line with its age, but when it comes to anything which is like a deep scratch or a dent, I haven't seen any, and we've had a good chance to look around the car. This is a very dark grey, perhaps like a graphite grey. Again, if I'm being fussy, if I get down here, I can see a little mark. This front wing is in good order. Front bumper and bonnet. And looking around the car slowly. Now, on the front leading edge, there are a number of stone chips, but not an excessive amount in my opinion. I think actually the front bonnet, quite a huge affair, seems to be in good order, as does the rest of the front of this bumper. Again, being very fussy, that's slightly out on the front there. It's minor, but I want to point it out. Front wings looks to be in good order, as does this driver's side door and passenger door. As I look down there, the trouble is it's such a bright sunny day, it reflects like a mirror, but it's a good thing, because you would be able to see if there was any real imperfections along here, which there aren't. This back wing up here on this rear quarter panel and this side of the bumper, all in good order. And it's got a lovely panoramic glass roof inside the car, which does look really quite smart. It's just kind of difficult to see from the outside, but actually there's a big section of glass here, and from inside it's easier to see. So now the inside, it's a nice space. It's a diesel engine. It's the D5 engine, which is really well favoured. They're known for extreme mileage, and they can take punishment. Volvo seats are always famously comfy, and actually, considering the 120,000 miles, these leather seats are in good order. A little bit of cracking on the bolster here, as you would expect with a car for the mileage, but actually that doesn't look to be the case elsewhere. All the plastic across the dashboard is really good. This particular model has got a factory navigation system. You'd probably prefer to use Google Maps, if I'm honest. Air conditioning, automatic gearbox, and it's got like a Tiptronic mode where you can drive it plus or minus, so you can drive it sort of partially manual. You do have cruise control and controls here to operate the volume controls. Really good hi-fi system. The built-in stereo is really good. There's your 120,000 miles. There's no warning lights, no issues. We've plugged the car in and there's no underlying issues. There's that huge roof. There is an electric blind that can be retracted all the way over. Very handsome dashboard with this is a Volvo feature. There's a little another cuddy hole there, but you can see that sort of floating dash, I think they call it. It looks really smart with a bit of walnut trim. Very modern. There's a screen up here which deals with the radio. There's a screen here that deals with navigation, and then other controls, CD player. The steering wheel's in good order. I mean, interior wise it's excellent. There's Volvo fitted mats all round. There's plenty of space. The lock and wheel nut key is in there. Obligatory cup holders, of course. Very, very smart. I mean, the trim level on this one with the panoramic roof, great hi-fi, it's really good. As you can see, we've got electric memory seats here, and you can control the seat all with buttons. Similar thing here, we have the ability to change the angle of the mirrors and front and rear windows. There's a lane departure system which flashes here. Volvo is well known for their safety. The back seats are in excellent condition. I would predict, even though this is a family car, it doesn't look to have had tough family duties, and it's usually the reason people buy these cars. You can there's of course an ISOFIX. There's a headrest. You press the button and that lifts up, and then, as you can imagine, there's a nice comfy fold down armrest which comes out here. A bit difficult to operate with one hand, if I'm honest, but that usually folds up and then that comes down. Plenty of interior lighting. There's that big sunroof, a dog rack built in as standard, which is quite good, because that dog rack, I believe, can be located here, and I believe it can be moved forward there if you do decide to use the back of the car as a van. You'll see from the photograph there's a huge boot. There's also a lift up section which allows you to use the back for shopping. If I pull on this handle here, that's that section of the seats fold down, so it's really flat in the back. And here we have, I mean, it's really nice condition actually, the carpet. I don't think it's had a hard life at all really. And then I told you about the lift up shopping flap. You do that, and then you put your shopping bags behind it, and it all clips up. And underneath here is the spare wheel, and it's actually a space saver. But you can see with the seats folded down, it's pretty huge in the back if you did have any large loads to collect. Just pop that back in and up with the headrest. So very, very comfortable seating, a lovely sort of magnolia leather inside, and I mean, these are now getting to be quite a sensible price. For a long time these XC models were rather dear. They've now got into the realms of a sensible family price range. I think if you're looking for a used car that's lovely to drive, tough as old boots, and do have a habit of going on and on, this one looks to be looked after very nicely. And the recent expenditure on discs and pads and a set of rear tyres, I'm sure there's several hundreds of pounds worth of recent work on the car. Very long MOT, and as I say, that's why we've been quite happy to sell the car. If I get in close, there's your new discs there, and quite handsome alloy wheels without being too huge. Just a good looking all-round car, and I've got to say, I think in this sort of dark grey with that light coloured interior, it does make it look very luxurious. Now, it does come with 2 sets of keys, and it does have the dealer handbook, and I have noticed that there is the locking wheel nut, which is all important, and there's the 2 keys here, Volvo. And having driven the car, it drives exceptionally well. I think I mentioned no warning lights, no known faults, and I can't see any reason why you couldn't jump in this car and drive it anywhere. Well, hopefully the walk around video has given you a bit of an idea of the condition. If you are interested, please give me a call and we can arrange a viewing and you can come and have a drive. We can offer a delivery service. If you tell us your postcode, we could have this car sent to you for an economical price. We can also trade in your existing modern, classic or light commercial vehicle. Some 4x4s, and you know, we do our best to facilitate a deal. It's at an attractive price point, and the reason our price stacks up quite well against some others which are for sale is purely because we've taken this in as a part exchange. We don't specialise in Volvos, in fact we don't specialise in modern cars, but this is such a good honest car. we felt that yeah, we'd be happy to put our name to this one. And despite us not specialising, we got a feeling that this would be a perfect family size car for someone. Nice, safe and secure. The fact that it's just had those new tyres, new discs, and it's been maintained by a fairly local garage to us here, so we know it's been looked after, and it just presents very nicely. Well, this is Danny at Bradley James Classics signing out. Thank you for watching today's video.